Happy tax day, everybody. So this is the only like work that I'll be doing. The rest of the day will be towards taxes. It only takes me a second. I just got to file online. You can file online for free too. I think through like the IRS will send you to a thing. And then what's great is if you owe, you can make a payment with a credit card or pay the whole thing in a credit card. It's fucking great. So that way I get points on it. But I just wanted to reach out to Parker and Company to let them know that I reserved AndroidUnderground.com, SpicyRobotParty.com, and NerdyGirlUnderground.com. If they would like any of those, I will pay for it for 5 years, no charge, as my gift to Nerdy Girls, if they drop their fucking thing with the trademark. So, no harm, no foul, but I wanted to put that out. And then that's the boring stuff out of the way. You guys don't really care about Nerdy Girls, do you? So, but also your livelihood's not on the line. So, we got the inner caps on. I like inner caps. Just makes me have more secure feelings about the base. It also prevents problems from coming back. So we Sherry went ahead and debadged all these. So we just got back from Rabati's. So this is their Hardy one. This one's actually pretty badass because it's got a 3-inch coil. We noticed that these come in, this is like sort of their medium. This is equivalent to like a P3. So this one is the smaller hole. It comes in, this one is a 2.5, which is the same as the P3, but I like it because it has a cast frame and it's more standard as far as hole size compatibility with prefab boxes, which is what most people use. Plus it's not very powerful. I mean, it's like 600 watts, 650 watts, which is, you know, fine for a prefab. Anything bigger than that, and you start to run the risk of, you know, busting seams. And that's where, again, it's not that you need to build a whole custom fucking box. You just need to reinforce the prefab. Unless you're going super big, then I can hear people just yelling at me. Oh, prefabs are for pussies. It's like, no, they're not. They're for reasonable people. Jesus Christ. Just because you're unreasonable doesn't mean everyone else is fucking unreasonable. That one is for, I think that's old builds. That's Craig's. That one's basically done. I got it tested and accepted today. Oh, I got a Wet Sounds driver in trade. The tweeter's dead, but the 10 is good. If anybody wants to get that for real cheap. These are like $800, dude. I can't fucking believe it, but I'll sell it for much less than that. I still got the JL. That one tested good. And then Big John donated a JL amp. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm assuming it works because he pulls them out of, so give me a board. Hopefully the board works too. So I don't know what that is, but it's JLE. It's their, like, I don't want to say entry level. Oh, it's a Class D even. It's the A1400. That one's actually pretty good. I think it's about 600-700 watts. They conservatively rated it 400, but it actually is 2 ohm stable if I remember right, and then it's like fused at like 60 amps or something. So just a little shop update. What else? I just got a bunch of cheapy amps in. You guys don't care about that. You just love the high performance stuff. We just want the bass, bro. We just want the hair tricks and the EXO audio stuff where he taps out, pussy. So we got a bunch of these motors done. This is the full-size quad stack. Those are going to be fun. And then I fucked up and I was building the quad stack junior, but then I got a whole bunch of these top plates that I ended up building the same fucking motor, but it's costing me more. So my bad. It just looks a little different. This is what it ends up looking like. So this is just using this as a weight. So it ends up with the 2-piece top plate. It does have more surface area coverage, which, you know, whatever. And then technically though, if you look at it from a, I don't know, some weird perspective like science, it'll perform the same. So, but because it's got the same amount of ferrite, same gap. It just uses a 2-piece top plate and then uses a 3-piece T-yoke. So you can see it. See, that's all. When really I should just use a 2-piece with gravy and a biscuit. Oh yeah, I got to transfer this. Someone had wanted this frame on the new motor. Like, fine, done. You got to pay me though. I think I'm gonna sell it for like $250 shipped, which I think is reasonable. Oh, we got the new top plates in. This is the bigger gap top plate. See, these are the ones I fucked up on. So these should only be 1 piece, and now they're 2 pieces. But that was because I got worried that I was going to run out of the bigger washers, and so I started using the smaller washers, which, whatever. We'll just burn through them, and you guys will love them. So these are the top plates for the Beefy 8, and then this is the new top plate, which you're going to do. These already come in like a silver chrome, so I'm just going to do a clear coat on them, and that way it's sort of color coded to let me know that this is the wider gap. So, and that will be for the dual half ohm refi coils, which is like a 50 millimeter tall 8-layer aluminum. And then it'll also work for these. I'm calling them, I don't want to call them sledgehammer. I wanted to call them something else, not jackhammer. I forget what I was going to call them. They're from a dyer, and it's basically, this is the Sunfire, which is a 6-layer all copper. It's basically a 3-inch version of this. So, which I don't even think Dan was using them. I think he was just prototyping them. But I ended up getting 2 boxes of them. Oh, here's one that's open. So this fucker weighs a half a pound of copper. You know, these were made in like 2006. Before copper got really expensive and then went down to normal prices, and then now it's back up even worse. But it you know, there's not, I don't know, I guess maybe there's enough COVID money in the system that people are not breaking into your house and stealing your wiring for the copper. So, but I'm going to do a couple of those. I did those on a couple of SCAR motors recently for Rudy. Rudy has decided to pick up the torch on the Green Devil audio brand, and I also have Pink Devil, Yellow Devil, Black Devil, White Devil. If you guys want to pick those up, I'm saving Red Devil and Blue Devil for promotion in a movie. So, but they'll all be like sister brands, and basically you just get that color theme, and then everybody gets the same graphics. So I'm going to do a turn this down. I love this. This is Heartbeats by Knife. Anyways, that a lot of people what's her name, Goulding does a version of it. It's really good. But Johnny G's 15s are done. I just got to put the caps on those, and they'll be ready for pickup tomorrow. Tony's is done. I will actually box that up and ship it out today. I did not get to those. I think I'm actually just going to use the original terminal, because the weird thing on the is that maybe it's can't remember. I think the 13W7 only comes in, no, the 13W7 comes in as a dual coil, and the 12W7 comes in as a single. So that frame should have bolt holes on both sides. And so then what I'll do is I'll do 2 JL looking terminals, but I'll remove one of the terminals so that you can only use one, because otherwise people get confused if there's 2 terminals. Even if they're the same color, they'll hook them up on that side and they'll go, hey, it's shorted, and I'm like, never mind. So oh, I'm supposed to go by Scott's today and pick up money for those. He said, call me on Monday, and I forgot. It's Monday though. So we're processing the Majestic. Those are the 15s. And then here's the one I was talking about. See how this hole is bigger than that vent hole? So that's the 3-inch, that's the new one. And then this is the older one, which of course they have a lot more of, and they had a lot more problems with, because, you know, people push the shit out of them. And so what they did was they kept the magnet the same, but they just went with a bigger platform, which makes for a bigger coil, which makes for not more performance. It's actually less performance, but it handles abuse better. And that's what the benefits of having a larger coil are. The smaller coil actually puts more windings in the same space. And so technically it's more sensitive, it's more responsive, but that's not what you guys want. You guys want to be able to, you know, beat up your girlfriends and have her still suck your balls. So that's what I got to make for you. So I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Your other three Quad Stack Junior thick thighs version are ready. I think I'm going to actually ship them tomorrow because I'd like to have them cure one more day just to be sure. And then, yep, that was those. More magnets, more stuff. More stuff, more magnets. Oh, I'm working on Jordan's woofers this week. I finally got all the parts together. So Jordan Blyther in Georgia. These guys. So we got the top plates back. He's doing a 4-inch raised version. Basically, it'll be the 4x4 version 3, which will be the big Titan top plate. And then what we're going to do is bolt on top of it the 4-inch TC Sounds 3 HP top plate, but I've opened it to a 4-inch. That's what I was using as a weight earlier. So this is Base Mama's. This one is cured. So I just had a lone 5 stack that I was like, fuck it, I'll give it to her. Fucked up the hole a little bit on that one, but 5 out of 6 ain't bad. So she's local to us, so if she has any problems with it, it's not a big deal. She can just bring it in. So, but I think that was it. I don't know. I just try to entertain your guys' request. Oh, the let me do that real quick while I got you. Let me pick the short one. So the short one's typically the more popular one. I think I have a stash of ferrite over here. Oh, whoa. So here we go. Oh, see? Too much. So that will now be a triple stack. Yep. So do I have the top plate here? Basically, it's the same as this one. So I have a little high. It'll be a little, it's not a big deal. So that will be the triple stack. So now I know for sure. Let me get this one. This one is the Beefy 8. Let's see if it's going to be tall enough. I thought it would be, but we will find out. Uh-oh, it's getting close. No, it'll be fine. So that'll be the quad stack version. So this was the Sunfire, the 2-inch, which uses this coil. This is the full 4 ohm version, which is 6 layers, and then we took off 2 layers, and it comes back down to 2 ohms. So that'll be perfect. So single 2 ohm, single 4 ohm, but it'll use the same top plate as the Beefy 8, so you can use any frame to it. So again, it just is potato. More of it is getting rid of the coils that we have, because, and that's what's great, is that I can, because I'm getting these custom made or in very small batches, I can control the gap, I can control the steel parts, which is typically the most expensive part when you're tooling up from China. Like if you want to buy magnets, just a motor, first of all, they get pissed off at you because they're like, we don't want to sell you just a motor, right? Why make $20 when you make $2,000? So then they give you like a high MOQ. They're like, okay, then you have to buy 500 fucking motors. And if you're going to buy that many, what you find out is that it's actually cheaper or the same money to just buy, let's say, 100 fully built woofers ready to go that they're already having production for another, for another person. And so then you go, okay, that's actually the smarter way to go, because then you do little to no work when you get them. You want to make sure you test them, because they're probably not going to test them at that price, or at least at that MOQ. So you want to make sure you test 100% when they get here. And then what you want to do is then, customize the cap and do, whatever you want to do. A lot of times too, I had a vendor that was going to sell me like a bunch that were just unassembled, and they bailed. They were like, they basically said it without saying it. They're like, we want more money out of you. And I was like, no thanks. So we parted ways. That's how it goes. Oh, I got a little GL woofer. It's been out in the rain, but it tested good, so I'll clean it up, and some JL fan will love it, or some girl, same thing, whatever. So I think these are still soft. I did these right before I left. So, oh, yeah. So I got to, so Harry Rabati was not there today. Gus was. Gus is the brother. And Gus is always giving me a hard time. Like, he wants me to buy the whole gamble of fucking, like when they had Rockford, he's like, you need to buy them all for $3,000. I'm like, I'm not giving you fucking $3,000 for, you know, mystery subs. I'm like, no. And he's like, well, I don't want you to pick through them. And I was like, well, then I'm leaving. And then I left. So, but today I came back with these. I made some money over the weekend, and I was like, let me go spend it instead of sticking it in the bank where it doesn't really do much. Just pays down debt. You don't make any money when you pay down debt. And so this was $500. I gave them double on the 18s just because, you know, these are fucking heavy. So they rate them at 2,500 watts each. I think they'll actually be better as 15s. And I already have 2 other motors that I got from Tiny, Mr. William, Mr. Melted Candle, I used to be 650 pounds. Now I'm 300 pounds. I'm like, okay. But again, what's great about these and what's great about buying dead woofers is, number one, I think the ratio that we found they're good is about 30%. So 30% of them are good. Sometimes that's even higher depending on the batches. And the other thing is that then the processing time is quicker, meaning all I do is tear off the back sticker, take off the Majestic thing. And I do that as just a courtesy to them because number one, I don't want to dilute their market. Number two, I didn't even think about this, but you know, some people are deceptive that way, is that somebody would buy them like this and then they would return them back to Rabati & Sons for a new one because they actually are very good on their warranties as far as exchange, because they want to make people happy, even though they really shouldn't because they're technically just a wholesaler, but they don't check everyone's ID when you come to the door or to make sure you have a business license. So they just kind of sell to everybody. But what was it? But yeah, so what I do, and you can do this too. I mean, this is a really great way to sort of make friends with them, or not just them, like any distributor that's in your area. There was a big distributor in Texas that I think was called Merlon, something. You got to remember that whenever these guys import from China is going to use pretty standard stuff. So even if it's a 2 5/8 coil, that's pretty standard. So meaning you can find parts for it. And if you can't, then you got to get parts made. And but you know, if you got a fucking tractor trailer full of woofers for, let's say, $5,000, and you know, you don't know if they're good or bad, that's a really good investment. Like, talk about return on investment. And it's fucking better than Dogecoin. So I think it's so funny when people go, it's going to go to 50 cents. And it's like, well, like say it was 25 cents. So then let's say it goes to 50 cents. So you doubled your money, right? But it's an unknown. This thing, you know, fucking, you buy it for $20. You put, say, $40 worth of parts into it, and then you sell it for $120. Or better yet, if you're in a hot market, you can sell it for $150 and even help establish your own brand. So, and you also get to connect with the community and also help somebody out get something they can actually use. Like, you can't use Dogecoin for anything. Bitcoin's only good for, you know, fucking prostitutes and whatever you want to buy, heroin or children or whatever you want to buy online. So, but or ransom, was it Colonial Pipeline? Oh my God, those guys. They're like, 5 million in Bitcoin. Oh, we don't have that. And it's like, dude, you make $10 million a day. Like, you got off really easy. So, but I did want to pitch these. We got a whole bunch of these. These are 200 amp relays. They had imported these for the UTV market. This is basically a battery isolator. You can use it for a lot of other things. Like if you don't want to use SCRs, you can actually use several of these in parallel to make your own magnetizer. That's a good application, which is actually what I saw when I had a dumpster diver dive behind Rockford, and they had Rockford had 6 of these in parallel, which I thought was really weird. I was like, why would you need that much switching? And I'm just guessing, but I think they actually had their own magnetizer there, but I don't know. I just guess by their garbage. But you can know a lot about somebody by their garbage. So there is some smaller ones, but we're doing the 200 amp one for $35 shipped, which I think is a really good deal. What else? Oh, the mids. I do have a couple sets of those mids. I've been able to sell some of them. Not these. I only have 3 sets left. And I think, no, there it is. Yeah, 3 or 4 sets left of those. And I still got to test the other ones. I think a couple of these sets were brand new. These still have the seal on them. So they're brand new. I can sell those, $50 a set shipped on those. I think we were doing 25 shipped on the caps, and I don't think I have any of the mids out here. They're in the back. The 3-inch mids. We are doing those for, I think we ended up doing them for 120 a pair. These are meant to knock off focal from their pedestal. This is the 3.5-inch mid-range. I did a video about them. I haven't done a follow-up just because I've been super, super busy, and this market is very tiny, but these are really great for home audio. If you want to do, you know, again, they look really pretty. I think I can post some speakers or pictures, but you get 2 of these. You get the bass blockers, you get 2 tweeters per mid, so you get 4 tweeters. Sometimes that's because people have a little bit of OCD about the tweeters and impedance, but actually you can play with impedance in order to either pad a tweeter, like let's say your mid-ohm load, your mid-range load is a 4 ohms. Sometimes if the tweeter is very sensitive, you would use an 8 ohm tweeter in conjunction with it, so it purposely grabs less power. Do you see what I'm saying? So, but even at 1 watt, it's still like 92 dB sensitivity. So, and then the 2 mids together, even at 4 ohm, are like, say, 92 dB sensitivity. So, but you get 2 of these Apex junior tweeters, which are 8 ohm each. And so you get 2 of those in parallel, but you only get a single capacitor, because that's really all you need. So, but you want to wire these in parallel and then connect them with the mid, and then that'll give you plenty of tweeter. And if it's too much, then just take 1 tweeter off and then use it for another project. But I had got these for some sort of line array that I never, of course, got around to, and so I'd rather just give them to you guys. But yeah, 120 shipped on the mids, brand new Neo cast frame, fucking top of the line, state of the art version of a Neo, basically a Neo version of their Utopia 3-inch or 4-inch mid, or whatever it is, 3.5-inch I think it is. I'll post the I guess I'll post the specs on the Instagram page. That's where I can post pictures. I'm still on fucking Facebook lockdown for another, I think, 5 days or 6 days. So whatever. And then don't forget, we're still doing the thing. Sorry, I'm hungry actually. I need to, what was it? Amy. So we're still doing the promotion for Amy. That's a raffle giveaway. First prize is $300 credit, second prize is $200 credit, third prize is $100 credit. There's no fee to enter. If you want to enter on your own, just send a self-addressed stamped envelope to me. And what I'll do is I'll put a sticker pack in there and then give you like the number that you are. And then we'll do the live drawing on July 1st. That's just a promotion. It's also to promote Amy, because she's been such a cool little friend for so long, and she always makes me laugh. But now she's all grown up. She's a grown up now. But what else? I think that was it. Oh, the amps. Yeah, the amps too. Yeah, the amps are still delayed. The other thing is too is that I ended up just sending more money, and so I reserved some. So I have a little bit of work room. I don't want to sit there and be a stickler to everybody and say, well, you didn't get your money, you know, by this time, because some of you guys are late. But I do want to extend it. We'll say another 5 days. That's it. And then after that, the price is going to go up to $500 for the same amp for any extras that I bought, because that was my investment. So I get paid off in that investment. So also I have this 21 from Oscar's, which is not really Oscar. He didn't really make it, but it's a Neo with a 5-inch coil, carbon fiber cone. Your credit can go towards this if you want. So this one I'll do for like, we'll do 500 shipped. How's that? Oh, no, we'll do 555 shipped, but you got to post Handy's Not Hate hashtag to your social media, because I want to promote men's health. So everybody, the power of peace is in your 5 fingers. That one's for sale, $200. That one's for sale, $200. These are the returns from, what's his name? Was it Robert? I forget. 3-year warranty. I also got the 8 back from Michael Tipsword. Tipsword. But that's it for the shop update. Happy Monday, everybody. Go do your taxes. I love you. Bye.